Welcome back. Aurelius and Malik, the Exploration Archive. We close the Vasco da Gama file today. 5 parts. The end of the story. As the squadron rounded back into familiar waters, the passage home felt like a reckoning. On September 10th, 1499, we returned, not as a proud armada, but as weary vessels. Each ship bore the scars of our journey. Sails patched and tattered, ropes frayed from relentless winds, and hulls darkened by salt and stubborn sea growth. We had faced storms and uncertainty, and now we carried not just cargo, but the weight of our experiences, a testament to what we had endured together.
That's right, Aurelius. But this wasn't just a return. It was a moment of reckoning for the men who survived. They were not just sailors, but individuals shaped by the harsh realities of their journey. Each ship carried a story of loss and hardship, and those marks tell a deeper tale than any triumph. The toll on human lives is what truly defines this voyage.
Below decks, the smells told a story the timetables could never fully capture. The aroma of stale biscuits lingered, a haunting reminder of forgotten meals, mixing with the metallic tang of unwashed salt clinging to everything. These scents weren't just background noise. They were reminders of our trials. It wasn't merely a voyage for spices. It was a true test of endurance. Each whiff echoed the struggles we faced, the sacrifices made, and the relentless pursuit of fortune that drove us onward.
Those smells represent so much more than just discomfort. They carry the weight of sacrifices made on a harrowing journey. Each sailor, brave and weary, felt the absence of their comrades deeply. The spices they brought back were a testament to their survival, sure, but they were also reminders of the grief and loss that lingered. It's a heavy burden to bear, knowing that every flavor tells a story of struggle, love, and those left behind.
The passage itself had been a battleground against the weather and the body. Cold nights cut through patched jackets, leaving us shivering. Hunger hollowed out men who were once strong, their bellies empty and eyes sunken. In cramped quarters, disease was a constant threat, creeping in like a silent predator. With each passing day, our numbers dwindled. Yet the sea remained relentless, mocking our struggle with its vast, indifferent waves. We were just pawns in a much larger game.
But that suffering isn't just background noise to the expedition. It's a haunting reminder of the human cost of exploration. Each lost life was a personal tragedy, not merely a statistic in your grand narrative. They risked everything, leaving behind families and dreams, and many paid the ultimate price when they ventured into the unknown. Every name on the memorial represents a story, a heartbeat that once thrived. We owe it to them to remember their sacrifices as we chase our own adventures.
Yet, there were moments of sharp wonder that pierced through the monotony. The sight of the coastline first glimpsed at dawn brought a rush of hope, a reminder that we were nearing the end of our long voyage. After months of endless blue, the lush green of a river mouth stirred deep emotions within us. Even amidst the swirling fear and awe, the journey became one of discovery, revealing not just new lands, but new facets of ourselves we never expected to find.
Those discoveries were deeply personal for each sailor. When they returned, they weren't just the same men who had set sail. They came back changed, carrying the weight of memories from distant shores and the battles they'd fought. The real triumph wasn't simply about reaching Lisbon. It was about surviving the journey itself. They'd faced both the stunning beauty and the sheer terror of the sea. Those moments, filled with challenges, reshaped their lives in ways they could never have imagined.
Upon our arrival in Lisbon, we found the wharves alive with a vibrant mix of business and curiosity. Crates were being hauled in all directions, while merchants observed the scene with eager eyes, hoping for good fortune. The aroma of exotic spices filled the air, a tangible reminder of the voyage's commercial purpose. Yet, as we took in this bustling spectacle, we couldn't ignore the heavy price that had been paid to sustain such a thriving trade, a cost that often escapes the eager eye.
The public response was definitely mixed. On one hand, people praised the new route and the exotic spices it brought. On the other, there were heavy critiques about the human loss involved. Families celebrated the flavors while mourning the brave men who didn't come back. It's a complex tapestry of triumph and tragedy. Each new discovery came at a cost, reminding us that exploration isn't just about what we gain, but also about the lives forever changed along the way.
Markets felt the impact immediately. The arrival of pepper shifted expectations and changed trade patterns in ways we couldn't have predicted. Merchants who relied on overland routes suddenly found their models disrupted. The success of the voyage didn't just supply demand. It rewrote the rules of the game. Those who adapted quickly thrived, while others struggled to keep up. It was a lesson in the mercurial nature of commerce, reminding us how swiftly fortunes can change.
And it wasn't just the markets that changed. The political landscape shifted as well. The Iberian crown's influence expanded significantly, reaching into corners of the world previously untouched. Maps became more than just drawings. They took on a new significance, representing dreams and ambitions. This wasn't merely about trade. It was about establishing power across the seas, often at the expense of real lives. Families were uprooted, cultures disrupted, and the human cost was staggering as the world transformed.
The voyage's return didn't just mark an end. It heralded the dawn of a new era. Maps and markets would remain in constant flux, weaving together commerce and politics in a complex dance. Those who could navigate that sea lane would hold the power to shape the flow of goods, wealth, and influence for generations. We often forget that history isn't just a series of events. It's the relentless pursuit of advantage that defines empires. And this was just the beginning.
And that closes the Vasco da Gama file. 5 parts. One complete story. The full series lives on the Exploration Archive, part of the Archive Network. There's no shortage of files. Browse what pulls at you next.